Hello, everybody. It's Friday. We've got a Spire to slay. So, that's what we're gonna do. We still have a number of mod class. So, on Fridays, we've been checking out Slay the Spire mods. That's been what's been going on for a little while. We spent a number of weeks in Gensokyo, going through a number of character mods on our way through there. And then we spent last week checking out a pile of base mods. That is, mods to the Ironclad, the Watcher, the Defect, the Silent, relics, events, things in the base tower. And now it's time to go to the part that the other part of this, which is checking out our different, God, this one has unlocks. I'll have to do that one second, do the unlocks later. I didn't check that when I pulled it up. That's fine. That one can be for a future one. But yeah, there's a number of classes. I only have the ones I planned on touching today in here. But I have about a dozen plus of these to go through. So as long as we're still having fun in the Spire, that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna go through. So oh my god, this one works with the googly eye. Good. But yeah, so we're gonna leave the combatant on the table because I didn't realize we have unlocks on this. I can do unlocks just to get them all going so that we can have fun with the full class. I guess that's what I get for choosing these kind of at start time. So that leaves these three. So the three we've got, and we're gonna check out, I think we're gonna check out the Hermit and Blackbeard today. Dragon Tamer maybe next time. The Hermit doesn't take damage from the painful curses. Pain, regret, decay, each of them having like when you play a card, lose an HP, etc. And then Blackbeard, who has this nice googly eye, gets cannonballs, which I don't know what those are. I assume some sort of weapon that, you know, you get to move forward with. Hopefully it's like a freebie. Right. One moment before we begin, I'm going to do one last thing. Okay, good. Alright, so I know I'm starting a little early today. I decided just to get things rolling once I was like set up rather than wait the 10. So I'm going to give this a minute or two here before we go. We'll start with Blackbeard and we'll do the Hermit second. Both should have guns, I assume. Right? Powerful guns. So. Alright. Okay. So we have an altered Ironclad with a pirate hat. Oh, one thing I'll note. I turned off a lot of those extra mods, but not all of them. I didn't want to dilute the card pool and relic pool for the new class with all of the replay the Spire, reliquary, etc., etc., etc. I didn't want to dilute the pool so much that we just didn't see the cool relics for our character because we want to see them. But there's a couple that still work. Let's go and check the map for our 3 combat. It does not look like we have a good 3 combat to an elite. We do have 3 elites though in a row. Probably just take that route. We can also bounce off at any point on that 3. So.
Guns?
Yes, we have 2 different gunslingers hopefully today. So our first is Blackbeard,
of course,
whose gun is Cannonball.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Hermit, who is a gunslinger who is a curse liker. So
curse liker, huh?
yeah, they don't take damage from the damaging curses is their relic. Like, they don't take pain damage or regret damage.
But they still take, for instance, shame and frail and all of those?
Yes. All right, so Cannonball, oh my god. Okay. I guess I should have checked. Equip a 4-2 weapon.
So you're playing Hearthstone.
It looks like it's strength.
Whenever you play an attack, one durability and reverse. Okay, it's like, yeah, it's strength, but with a number of charges on use, it looks like.
Yeah. You can equip a maximum of... Oh boy, you want... This is Gilgamesh, actually. Okay. The cannonball just... Oh no. Thump.
Is there a chance I could get eyes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mainly because I want to hear these cannonball sounds.
Hold on. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, so yeah, so we get the cutlass, which has eyeballs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this should deal 10 damage. Yeah.
And then cuts off, and then you pull this again, and it's gone. Yep. Okay.
Okay. So
exactly
so that was effectively
a flex, an upgraded flex,
or like a strike that did 8 damage, kind of.
Yeah, sort of.
There've been a lot of mods for Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire has had a very active mod scene for the last like 3 years, maybe longer actually. We're just checking out a lot of the class mods that I have not seen. All right, so give your rightmost weapon +3/+2.
So the rightmost one is probably your first one that you play.
Yeah, I think it's your active. Yeah, like durability of your rightmost weapon is used.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh, so like double hits are actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Like, you probably want to prioritize those when you have a weapons plan.
And then recklessness is a go-in. This is literally what they replaced Innervate with in Hearthstone. It was still busted.
Mm-hmm. They replaced Innervate with this in Hearthstone, and then basically turning Druid into Shaman all of a sudden.
Yes.
The +5 max HP is never a bad option. However, getting a relic always rules. And yeah, you can remove it after dealing with only one combat. Oh man, okay.
Ooh.
That's good stuff.
Always happy to see that. Never gonna feel bad about Okay.
Good. I like it.
Just this very okay, artifact. And then this sticks, I assume. Yeah. Okay, I want to find cool weaponry then.
Mm-hmm. Just a cutlass is not the coolest.
Okay,
nice.
so
all right.
So weapons work the way we want with multi-hit.
Katana.
I'm sorry, what does this do? This is... Resistance can be negative. Oh. So this is like, you become, you know, you take 1 turn of intangible and then your opponents all get 2 strength effectively.
What does this become? Does it become 2/2? 1/1.
1/1.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Ooh. This is a lot of damage.
I adore. It is a lot of damage, but I also just adore that this is just a katana.
I wonder what it'll call the weapon that it makes. Like, we'll have a little... Plated armor is incredible. This is probably realistically costed at 2.
Gaining 5, probably, yeah, that feels right for gaining 5 plated armor.
Alright, first things first. Nothing in here. Okay. 4 damage twice. Feels like weapons are very powerful.
A 4/3 weapon is a lot of...
Especially because
power.
this is when you attack with this weapon, it gets bigger and bigger. Like this
Nice,
is...
yeah.
Alright, well, let's do the thing. Because, like, this is what I expected weapons to be costed at, and it's very clearly not.
Yeah, that's the bad weapon that you start with.
Yeah, I expected them to be kind of around that, but they're
Oh yeah, what does that upgrade to?
Yeah.
Does it become a 4/3?
Cost
cost
0.
That's why it's costed like that. Okay.
And this becomes a pretty nice punch.
Mhm.
Boarding, I think, is just more damage, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the least important upgrade on that.
Can't afford the 9 tails. I'll just hold my cash. So we got 3 elites on a route. Cannonball. So upgrading this is pretty important.
Yes.
So every 4 turns we just get a free cannonball. Anything in addition?
And that applies like across combats?
No, because it's at the start and then every 4, so it's always turn 1.
Alright.
Anything in addition? A couple odds and ends, but I wanted to keep the mods mostly to see what they do, rather than dilute them with a lot of... Yeah, I still kept this, for instance. Toast.
Wide potions are genuinely fun.
I have an artifact.
Yes. So you want to just take 3 less damage from everything by giving the -3 armor, basic, -3 strength?
You like Shiv?
Do you like Shiv?
Is Cannonball Shiv? I like this. We have, again, with the artifact, we have a use for that, and that's like really strong block. Yeah. Yeah, so now we just have +3... Yeah, I guess resistance is exactly what it is. It's just, you know... I like that it has the note that says, like, yes, this actually applies to what you see. Ooh, okay, so like this, we get a cutlass that...
That's pretty good, I guess. You know?
Yeah, it's not even like +3 armor, it's like against everything incoming, so that's...
It's -3 strength, where you don't have to go through artifact or anything.
Yeah.
It's better strength drain.
Which, like, A+ will play...
Unlimited numbers of?
Yeah. Sadly, we won't be able to, like, with that, but that's still a really good way to block. Oh.
I mean, hey, if you find more, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, more, sorry.
Oh.
If you...
That's always
That's
nice.
pretty good. That's 15 damage targeted as you want.
Yep. There's 6, so 18.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. This feels really What does this upgrade to? Whoa.
Oh,
See, this feels like I get this, but like I've played with Blade Dance, and this doesn't feel like as good as, I guess with weapons it's going to be a lot better, but...
mm-hmm.
All right, let's do the upgrade for our cost reduction. That was...
So the cutlass goes down to 0.
Yeah.
What does toast upgrade to?
I think it's 4.
That's also really good.
Yeah, that's a good upgrade. That's probably the next one we want out of like all of ours, because again, that's just free damage reduction. Yeah, so we got this one, and then we got another elite on the way.
Smart.
So, hey, bud. Oof, yeah, so now it's 8-1. And we're immune. So if I equip the cutlass, that just kind of goes in orb slot, basically. Yeah, so I guess they're basically treating these as sword orbs.
Hey, I can get down with sword orbs.
Yeah, I like sword.
Some of my favorite things are swords and orbs.
Sorbs?
Yeah.
Sworbs.
Warp?
Excuse me?
Just gain 15 gold.
Ooh, okay. This is a lot better on this image here.
So this automatically attacks, is what it is.
Yes. And, like... We have another toast, but multiple toasts don't actually do anything without multiple artifacts.
Right.
I'm gonna get money.
What you want is, like, powers that give +2 protection or something.
Yeah.
I love the calipers, but you don't really
Yeah.
have anything that interacts with block right now.
No, I'm thanking for the raid. Hello, hello. I have to assume that draft went 7-0. From the deck I saw, maybe 7-1. But yeah, we are here doing Slay the Spire mods where we are pirate time. Ooh, this is actually really good. I just get to... I should probably pass. Like, just get weaponry set up because I have those turns. So, you just have Metallic says 8. We'll do that for fun. Okay. All right. Now we have to start moving. Still 15 incoming damage, but... I agree with you, Hydrite. The googly eyes on the fists feel a little overkill. Yeah, this is just like most of our attacks have +4 strength. Oh, hey, cannonball. Okay. Alright, from here we should be able to just win. Weapons. Cool.
Seems good. Ooh, blood vial. What if you get bites?
Ooh.
I see.
I understand.
Defended by cash.
Yeah. This is automatically...
That automatically does at least 4.
Yeah.
And then gets stronger.
Yeah, if we add more cannonball generators to the deck.
Importantly, it costs 0 to play.
Kind of like that when we have a lot of these, we do have a couple, we have some pieces of draw. Alright, what did we have? So we had, like, we could upgrade the toast. We could upgrade the strike for 2 week. I think that's really it. Most of the other upgrades aren't really... Ah, this one. I don't believe in this. Like, -4 strength for all opponents for 0. Okay, resistance is, yeah, you just take that much less damage. Ah, and here's, like, the move we want with our, weaponry right here. Does this upgrade hits or damage? Damage.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah. Yep, they're back. So yeah, now I just full block with a defend. Yeah, the way weapons work is that they're like, what's that mechanic? Vigor? No. The one-shot strength bit. Not flex. The like watcher card and the mechanic that gets used. Because flex is your whole turn, not like one attack. Yeah, just vigor. So how was Neo 2?
I'm really enjoying it.
Excellent. Yeah. Like, they're sword orbs. Hey, free cannonball. I can see why they used the ironclad for this class, I'll say.
Yeah, it does feel like it's most appropriately ironclad.
Like, this is a very straightforward ironclad-y deck. My deck is full of daisies.
I'm seeing stars. I'm seeing double. 12 centuries.
Okay. Sure.
Use all equipped weapons. As opposed to having the rightmost one. That's a common. Wild.
Huh. Yeah, sure. So this is like hyper block, but you're gonna take bleed through. I don't feel like our deck has enough swords to want to sword dance right now.
Not yet, but what if?
It costs 0. I do like that. Oh, sure.
No, that's this turn. So, like, the next 5 attacks doesn't seem very useful, actually.
Yeah.
Not unless you had a lot of cannonballs.
I feel like if I want an upgrade, it's either... Because this is plus a lot more than just 2. This is 2 plus.
It's plus, like... I mean, it's 3 separate instances of plus 2 is what it is, really.
Yeah.
So it's plus 6 at least.
Alright, buddy.
Alright, you're already there.
Got my toast on.
If you sword dance and then go into the blind attacks, you're going to be doing a ton of damage.
Yeah, so I want a rearming strike. Sword dance. Okay.
33. Nice. I think Intimidating Strike will actually block more, because when does the reduction apply?
Yeah, weak plus resistance is actually, like, made that a 50% reduction.
Yeah, so resistance applies after weaken happens.
Oh, God.
It's really good.
I need to upgrade that is actually next up on my list. Just 2 turns a week with this deck seems like a pretty good spot.
1 times 4,
huh? That would normally be a really scary turn.
How about actually nothing?
Oh, cannonballs here. Oh. So, like... Yeah. I want more different weaponry. I want, like... I want to see what other types of weapons we have around. Again, the weekend. Yeah. If we can find any other source of resistance with, like, weekend, that's just... dumb. It's very stupid. Purges? I can only do one murder. Oh well. This doesn't really do much, because again, we can't block the resistance, and this is only going to be 4 turns of use. It's the same as that focus thing. I'm gonna go with the barrage. Just keep doing that. Alright. What do we got here? Snecko Eye. You can no longer gain gold. I think we just take the collar here. That one's pretty simple. That one's actually really good. I like having that for just the... Yeah, just end a giant head. Yeah, the whole point of Cognition is ending the fight in 4 turns. Boss. Alright, so 2 elites are max, and... If I want 2 elites, I have to take this route. And there's a shop at the back. Alright, that's good. Well, hello there. I'm gonna choose to take the kill there. That's what potions are for. Ooh! Who's our nemesis? What? Huh? My ass. Okay. Steals 25 gold when it attacks. Ooh. Okay. Wow, I'm getting, like, mugged in an alleyway here. This is... Alright, you jerk. I like the targeting behind me bit. That's pretty silly. No! No! What the fuck? I can't believe this. Alright, you jerk. They stole 50 gold and my pillow. 5 weak to all enemies. Golden cannonball. Holy shit.
That's pretty good now.
We got robbed. I lost my pillow.
Oh. Oh my.
Help. I got robbed. Shop's a ways off. Yeah, at least it wasn't the ring. That would have been the worst. We're gonna become cursed.
So I despise whoever actually laid out this condo situation that I live in now.
Oh.
Whoever did had the wonderfully bright idea of putting the front door as the door that faces away from you when you drive into it. As in, it's where you would assume the back door would be. And the back door is the one that you assume would be the front door.
Huh.
And it sucks.
So getting people to arrive is very difficult.
It's miserable.
Okay.
There is like a 1 in 4 hit rate on that.
I found the fun plan.
Seems good.
That is quite annoying for to be stuck in the reversal situation. You're the jerk who... What do powers look like in this class? I'm sorry, the last card played?
It probably plays it at end of turn.
Yeah, that's cool. Also, this is actually really good for us. Not over the parrot, but I mean, if we ever see this card's free.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's go rearming strike. Cannonball.
I don't think there's actually an... Oh, I suppose there is.
Hmm.
You're not going to be able to benefit off of... You're not going to be able to profitably benefit off the weapon for Golden Final Barrage, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Final Barrage is just one attack, it looks like.
Yeah. Got 7x. Act 2 enemies. Yeah, okay. Right, double up. Oh my god. Fuck, they're here again. Okay. Son of a bitch.
You might be able to just Final Barrage kill the other one.
8.
Not quite.
Okay.
There you go.
Now we can spend time trying to get our stuff back before something gets stolen. Okay, remember, last card gets doubled, so...
You gave yourself unnecessary sword dance.
Yep. I wanted to save the cutlass.
I see. Okay.
Didn't matter. Okay. Fuck our ring. No, no, no. No, give that back.
Hmm.
Well,
It's unfortunately not going to kill up. Yes,
Double
yes,
up,
it did.
double up.
Right, double up. Okay. Nice.
Scarf of the Bandit Ninja. And we got our stuff back. I'm gonna add a golden defense to the deck. Alright, so... Thanks. And... Okay.
Talk about a time for it when you have a hand that is entirely made out of weapons. Sorry, attacks.
Yeah. Weapons are like one-shot strength. They get added onto the next attack and use a durability.
Every weapon in the class so far has had at least 2 strength from what I've seen. Sorry, 2 durability.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems pretty good.
Yeah, okay. You're not supposed to get that. That's one of the most illegal things to add to your deck in this game. Okay, God, just coming in for infinite damage to start, huh?
Strike plus Cannonball can take out the middle one, but only if you use one of the strikes now.
Yeah. Oh, right, our free relics. It's not even enough to kill this. Alright, I need, like, my all attacks. Okay. So if I go, this is 12 to each. If I attack first... Oh god, am I dead?
Yeah. There you go. All right.
Oh, God!
Act 2, everybody. He's just kind of like this.
Oh, thank God we have a fire we can get next. Now they can't even hit me. Okay. Ooh. Some rum. I like to draw additional card, but this actually seems pretty nice for us.
I'm for it.
Alright, now we just have to make it through one more random encounter in this area.
I really, really, really want you to get resistance, because then you get the chance to just completely ignore the bird.
I know. Worst case, I can use the rum to ignore the bird. And we didn't get hexed on one, so that's fine. Okay. We block this. Got that move.
It's really quite incredible.
Sure. Pen nib. Okay.
I do believe Wide Cultist Potion reads win that fight.
Yeah. Assuming you live through the first turn. I don't want any of these. Alright. We're gonna... Mostly because I still want to take on this other elite. And we're in Act 2, so... Okay. Yeah, Wide Cold just can't demon form.
I do love Demon Form that costs 0.
Gain 20 gold. Boy howdy, there's a shop up ahead, and I'm pretty happy about that. Yes, it's gold you've gained. I am carrying all the gold.
I'm pretty sure it's just gained in general. It doesn't require you to just keep it.
Yeah, it specifically calls out the amount we've gained. Oh, well, not here. Yes.
Wide beast statue.
Wish this upgraded to 1 cost, but I'm still going to accept it. And
What if it upgraded to 1 cost but lost 1 point of armor?
What
I see. So you don't have to block. Congratulations. Unfortunately, your hand is... Oh, wait, no. Your hand is actually mostly non-blocks.
Yeah. And I am going to use the potion because we're going to be getting potions, so spend them if you got them. Ritual is very, very good. Yes, we get 2 random relics every, like, start of a turn.
Every fight. It's a new fight.
Yeah, sorry, every start of a fight, yeah. My brain... Throw the cannonball, Final barrage!
Not quite.
Alright, I'm gonna take some damage. I would start a turn with... I guess I have a pen nib.
So, bury treasure first and then just do whatever.
Thank you, Barry.
So that does 30 damage now.
Yes.
Flat.
Then you can see we have 1,000 gold gained. That's...
Yeah. So it's just total gold gained. You can spend it as you get it.
Oh!
Oh. Thanks. Parrot!
Ooh. Sure,
Okay,
of
got
course.
it. It's Echo Form.
It's Echo
but
Form.
reverse, so, yeah, it works the exact same way.
Wait, if I play Parrot and pass, do I get another Parrot?
Maybe. You could be a genius.
That could be a genius move. I guess it doesn't have a point to that, because I think it says it specifically doesn't do anything with that, but... Yeah, swords. Oh, I want that shop so bad. Anyway, have fun, Snecko.
I think a genius move is still a genius move even when it doesn't work, though.
I like having a button that's just gain 20 block. I don't, like, want to have that in my deck all the time, but, like, having access to it is pretty neat. Yeah, the random ones don't do a lot sometimes. Hey, Parrot. Ooh.
Wide strength. Oh, there's our one durability weapon. Okay.
Okay. That's actually really nifty.
But it also combines with stuff like fencing over there.
To get busted. I think I just want big gold punch.
Sure.
I can no longer become frail and hand off vuln.
So it can't be weak or frail.
Yes.
Nice. Oh yeah, it can't be vulnerable. No, you can't be frail. You can be vulnerable still.
That's still less damage. Oh, right. Sorry, I forget about cards sometimes.
Oh, and you had the artifact, right? Never mind.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Thanks, Parrot.
You're a good pal. Wait, what? Why would you?
Because this is more damage doubled.
Gotcha. Right. Yeah. So you want to play that defend first, right?
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I can just pass on playing it because how much? Yeah. Because it would have gone from 16 to 20, and also that like double plays one. So if I draw another.
Random upgraded skill cards, and you get 2 of them.
Plus
Is
5,
that stronger on average than +5 strength?
plus 5 strength is like a win the fight button, too. Like, that's so much damage. I just need to be using these potions, is kind of the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. First things first. Actually. I see. Alright, let's remove that curse that's been...
Gremlin Horn is usually good.
Yeah. This is like free damage.
Speaking of free damage, -2 dex, +4 strength, pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that upgrade's only to be -1 dex and doesn't, Oh, no, never mind.
Grab that. Cannonball's exhaust, but I don't want them back. Okay. So, like... Pen nib, huh? Goodbye, Parrot.
Grand Snecko Oil. Draw 12 cards.
How many cards do you want? All of them.
I mean, that is going to be better against the boss.
The Snecko or the Strength?
I think the Strength will be. It's
Yeah.
more reliable.
God damn.
I also like the upgraded fencing.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Especially if it happens to be a cat of nine tails.
Alright, easy upgrade time. We still have enough health. Anything I want upgraded?
Parrot so it doesn't exhaust.
Yeah, Parrot Sword doesn't exhaust, or I still keep thinking about this one to get the 2 week on it. The gold ones don't change the percentage they just gain plus. These become a little better. Don't hate that. Wooden leg is also a plus strength, so. I think the strength. Okay, we get to toast on one before they get a block off, so that's pretty nice. Okay, so then we get 14 block next turn. How you doing? Nobody's coming in for anything. Cool.
$54 damage.
Oh no, I lost my perfect.
Dang. Whatever will you do?
I don't know. Oh, I just have the golden defense this turn. Okay.
You also can remove scurvy.
Scurvy removed. Sadly, I wanted to time drawing remove scurvy to the, you know, the big turn, but. Oh. It's a free energy.
Yeah, you want to gain 10 plated armor?
Oh, timed wrong. Guess they're both EOT triggers. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think you're pretty much all set. Oh, Pen killed him. Nice.
Yup.
You want to remove scurvy.
Remove scurvy. Shit. Whoa, no, I'm sorry, hold on.
There you go. That's your move.
That's your move.
Mm.
I just want to... Okay, that's its upgrade too.
Yeah, that's all right. That upgrades into Hand of Greed that costs 1.
Yes. That's a bit of an annoyance. I don't know how much I care about... I don't want Sozu when I'm wide potion.
Sozu is, yeah, too much of a downside when you have the potion, the statue.
No longer smithing. Could be fine. It's annoying that we can't upgrade our resistance bit, but I still have to grab the... Oh, God, it's going to make our last sight bad, right? Like, that's the big...
Yeah, that's the worst part about the fusion hammer. I mean...
I think we still
Runic
pick
Pyramid's
it here.
not bad.
This is... Retain on our weapon stuff actually seems nice.
Yeah.
No, this does not retain. Specifically. Hey, bud. Ooh, shop right away. Elite, elite, elite. Okay, so it's like shop this way, elite 1, elite 2. And luckily we didn't use the... God, if we took the smith, I would have felt so bad with the 1, 2, 3, 4 fires in this round.
Yeah.
God damn.
I never like taking fusion hammer. The only time I don't mind taking fusion hammer is when I have an apotheosis.
I have to have it. If I have a shovel, I'll take it.
That's fair, yeah.
Like... But that's a pretty, you know, exact circumstance, right? Like...
It's a very narrow use case, yeah.
Well, now I know my draws perfectly. Ooh!
That's gonna stay in your hand. You've got a cat of nine tails coming up, I think.
I think they're dead.
Yeah, that's fair. There's always just winning, too. That's fair.
Spear plus. I actually like that with our retain
Fencing.
now.
Yeah, also, yeah, the retain. You can just keep it in your hand until you get maximum benefit out of it.
Doesn't the runic pyramid destroy you if you have an enemy that puts too many burns? Yes. This is item with the downside.
Who cares?
I will absolutely lose health for this, thanks.
Finesse is literally free.
Yep.
Apotheosis, I adore. You're gonna get skill lightning in a bottle, it's fine. Just assume you always have lightning in a bottle when you grab Apotheosis.
I'm gonna go Discovery. I actually like this one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't really need Dark Shackles. Balance must be enforced. Balance.
I mean, you're
fine.
using weapons right now. Of course you need to get Discover in your hand.
Yes. All right.
You're already a Hearthstone class. There's lightning in a bottle. There we go. What did I just say? Huh?
Yeah, it's great. Excellent. We're good. We're immediately there. Huh. Interesting that the two items I had in the last combat are here. I wonder if they're using the table and rotating it.
Might be, honestly. Yeah. Because that table, like, that is just a hard-loaded table on every, in the seed.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it cycles through it just like that.
Also finally going to remove the sword dance.
Funnily enough, I think the sword dance was actually better in the situation where you have Runic Pyramid.
It is better with the Runic Pyramid. I just feel like it's a super dead card too much of the time. Whoa, hold on. I didn't do anything.
This is your upgrade relic, like the Infernal Blood and stuff, and Ring of the Serpent. Hey, nice. I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, that's fine, I guess. Humongous cannonball.
Humongous.
Deal 36 damage. Exhaust.
We block the whole turn anyway, so we just have to kill this next turn. Look at that art.
This one. That's the one. You don't get the other one. You don't get a free cannonball. Come on, don't keep asking.
If I do this. Ooh, it didn't. Okay.
So it needs targets.
Needs targets. That was what I was doing to learn there.
I bet that means that the card that you have that attacks randomly works just fine with it.
Yeah. Okay, we need to go left. Ooh. Be careful around this one. Okay.
So I guess the fun thing is that if you had chosen the hammer, it still would have been a kind of a bad thing because the apotheosis would have stayed unupgraded.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to go finesse, cannonball, fencing. I'm not willing to make the...
Yeah, you're not gonna willing to possibly get the parasite in response to this.
Yes. Especially, like, when this retains.
Yeah.
You're dead to my... You're dead to just my attacks, right? Like...
Yeah, you don't have to do anything fancy here. You can just punch it a bunch and you're good.
I'll double check, because this is...
38 plus 23s. You have a total of over 100 damage.
Oh, I have a pen nib that'll go off here, too.
Yeah.
Because the weapon goes off, so it's not actually as much as it looks like.
Oh, right.
But the pen nib says it's lethal.
So, get 25 gold in a combat if you attack 5 times. Or
Yeah.
6.
This is a lot more useful now that we have those final barrages in our deck.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have to
Also,
go...
since you have a lot of... You've got more weapons, too, and stronger weapons in general.
Yeah. Alright, so... The smith here is Apotheosis, obviously.
Yeah. Now the rest of your deck is upgraded at the cost of 1 mana at the start of every fight. I love Orichalcum. Halberd. Okay, so that's just poison that doesn't go away.
I'm sorry.
It's also not a halberd, by the way. That's not a halberd.
Is it the eyeball? Is that what makes it? Oh.
No, it's because it's a glaive.
Yeah, this is not a... Come on.
Technically, it's a Fauchard glaive because it has a little bit of a hook on the back. Or, wait, no. Gisong glaive? Shit, which one is the one that has the hook? Oh, god damn it. I'm currently... First edition D&D nerds are gonna be looking at me and saying I'm a goddamn idiot. I'm a hack.
I'm saving the rest of my money. I'm saving the rest of my money. Alright, well. Let's get it done.
It was in fact Gizarm. It's a glaive Gizarm.
I'm sorry.
I see. You found a chest in a chest. Congratulations.
I don't actually think we found a chest in a chest. I think I just took the chest, because there is a chest in it. There's a mini chest. That's one of the items you can get.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I just walked away with this. Also, this is very good with the dumb stuff I'm doing right now.
Yes.
Yep. So we got the Ah!
Hey, as far as things to roll, that's actually quite good. I will never take the lizard tail, but I mean, if I get it given it randomly, that's fine.
Yeah, it's free. Oh, right. Yes, please, keep doing that. And then I get to hold these defends for, like, if the fight goes that far. And that I also get to hold. Hey, Parrot.
You want to attack and then just wait on fencing with, because you can fence on the spear instead. It'll be a better, bigger payoff.
Actually gonna do it that way.
Ah, pen nib is activated.
Oh, goodbye, pen nib. I forget about... The parrot's literally visual.
Oh, the golden cannonball thing actually did work.
Oh my god, and it literally is a golden cannonball. It just doesn't give you the starting one. Anyway, spear, big spear, discover. Upgrade my weapons. Cannonball.
That was pretty good, I guess.
Another
one. Oh, Blessing of the Forge does nothing.
Yeah.
So that's just Backflip Plus, isn't it? No, Backflip only draws you one card. Okay. Wait.
I think this is like upgraded backflip. Like, because like up.
Yeah, backflip is 5 then 8.
Okay. Sure. Alright, and then I need to take... That's actually quite sad. Well...
You're gonna get a, what do you call it? Neat. So yeah, okay, cannonballs are shivs.
Yeah.
Like toe to tip, they just have the exact same mechanical space as shivs. You do retain that spear, so there's no problem with keeping it around.
I'll spend the energy. Ooh.
Yeah, seems good. Oh, pen nib.
Hmm.
You want to leave that with 1 health? Or wait, no, you could just play the captain's hat and then kill it. And the spear. You could just win this turn.
Yeah.
Are you going to try and dig for that 25 gold card?
I'm giving it 1 turn.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that's what this upgrades to? I didn't even check.
Cost 0, huh?
Huh. I'm not gonna bother.
That's very cute, actually. I really like that.
That's super cool.
I think that whips.
That's really good for us, too, because, like, we have the retain, so we can just... We're literally holding a 0-cost block.
Mm-hmm.
That's very funny. I think that's cute. Anyway... The only thing we're missing is, like, ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream is pretty nuts. Nuts is crazy, as they say. Toast means you just don't take damage from this on its non-off attacks.
Sadly, they did kill my artifact.
Oh, right, yeah. I guess. You know what we could have done then? Could have waited until he had, you know, remove scurvy in your hand as well.
Ooh, remove all debuffs.
Yeah. It's probably worth it anyway. Just 42 damage.
You ever gonna do anything?
The maw takes a long time before it decides to do something.
Anyway. Gotta start getting these defense out of my hand. Making cards that are just relics is a surprisingly untapped market. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's free real estate. Oh, this is upgraded, so it just holds in my hand.
You could just spend your defense this turn and actually benefit from it.
Get them out of the dang hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're dead to, like... Yeah. wide region.
So 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 is what that reads.
Another golden cannonball, please. I think I'd rather have the skill potion.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's a useless... This is kind of a useless sit.
Yeah. There's no upgrade that matters here because they're just going to be upgrade. The only ones that matter is if one of these is, what do you call it? Becomes innate. Which looks like you don't have anything that does, so.
I'll upgrade the rum in case there's a world where I don't play it on turn 1. I don't know what that world would be, but oh, hey.
I don't think that world exists.
Oh, wow, we got the preserved insect here.
Nice.
Yeah, it didn't do the yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything here. Let's take a nice sleep. Alright, so let's... Sorry, this does what?
Create a random card in your hand for the rest of combat. Gain 8 Rusty Thorns?
Ooh. So I just
okay.
So I just reflect 16 to start. I also have Chaos Defense.
Chaos Defense. Which I guess you use right now so you can get them upgraded.
I want to wait on this if I can. Don't have to, but... Nice.
You managed to get all 4 of your basic defense in your hand.
Yeah. This is the power of retain. I see. Oh, rip. So my free relics, when a weapon has 1 durability,
Seems pretty good.
I'm finally free.
You want to play a defend. Get it out of here.
It's garbage. Finally, pants are legal. Oh, shit.
Tragically, pants are legal.
Anyway.
It actually keeps track of
All
each
the
one
cannonballs
fired.
we have left, yeah. It's finally here. Yeah, we get like infinite stats going on here. Place your bets, everybody. We have reached the place your bets phase. Bits to recall. Again, 500 is base. It's actually impossible for it to be 500. I think 551 would be... What is base, actually?
I don't know.
So
Defeating 3 bosses
Yeah.
is the literal minimum that has to happen, right?
So defeating 3 bosses, and you get a point for every floor. You get points on floors climbed. I think 500 is base, so it's like 6 something is what your actual like lowest possible is.
Mhm.
So, all right, 896. I see an 891.
I see an 869.
Oh, I see an 899. That's over. So yeah, it looks like 891 is the winner here.
Fine work.
One half
cup
flour. Anyway. So we got $300 for our last shop, which means we can buy like expensive relic. Is it possible to skip a boss in vanilla? Not to my knowledge, no. Alright.
Yeah, there's the spearhead again. I think it totally does give you a preview of what you're finding next.
Yeah. I can buy both of these. Hey Shabadoo, thank you very much for the sub. The mirror would be like me copying the hat, maybe?
Probably.
Or the rum. Buying both of these. I could also... One thing I could do is remove, a card from our deck, and Buried Treasure would finally go.
It would give you +1 damage when you play it in the final fight.
Yeah. Not even.
Well, it was 1.5. Not quite. Yeah, all right. Not quite.
Yeah. The Cannonball.
You'd have to play in the next 2 fights to get +1 damage.
Yeah. And we're out.
Shovel. Well, this counts as an elite. So
Yeah,
Sling
this is an
works.
elite. Alright, upgrade. We got some nice draw to start. Okay, that's also good.
Yeah, when you've got the vigor, that's a pretty good first attack.
Yeah. Ooh. Finesse first. Okay, I can come down next turn. It's like Cutlass Woodleg. Cutlass Fencing,
Probably.
maybe? One of the two.
It doesn't really matter because you're gonna retain this hand anyway.
Yeah. And then do I want to change facing? $26 block. I don't full block if I turn.
Yeah, facing you are better off facing the direction you are now.
I'm gonna hold this because it's better with the wooden leg next turn and the hat.
Mm-hmm.
I can just heal off, it doesn't matter. Ooh. So Captain's hat, wooden leg. Okay, 46 from the back.
You've got the toast and remove Scarpy in your hand at the same time, which is good.
Yeah. 46 damage.
Especially if you plan on blocking, because you then get, you remove the dex as well.
Probably just go for that. I'm gonna turn left. Can I kill 46? 46? That's lethal.
Yeah, to one of them. And because of the nunchucks, that was lethal. Neat. Oh, nice.
They are not. This is not equivalent.
No, it's not. They very, very undervalue what resistance is. Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah, dog.
The double Snecko.
More realistically, the double resistance is super nice.
Probably won't have to play this early. Alright.
Well, you definitely don't have to play it on turn 1.
Oh. Sure.
Yeah, playing that now is good. I think it's fine to do that, yeah. There's only so much you can do with betting on vigor, you know?
Yeah. Yep, and there's a billion things. Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
Holy
That's
shit.
your last-
That's my last.
Holy shit. Thanks, game. Wow.
Ooh, the Reaper's
Undead form? Dang. It's a more extreme version of that other one.
At the start of the turn.
With how that's worded, it sounds like you only take damage once.
I could play it twice and die.
You could play it twice and die.
I'm sorry, how much?
40%?
I'm sorry, this is... It does what now?
It does a decent amount of damage, and you can fence with the Reaper's Scythe. You probably want to play the Brown Pants last, right?
Yeah, so I probably want the hat and then just all the blocks this turn.
Perhaps. Probably could have ordered that differently to have gotten 2 instances of the hat, but
Yeah. I forget about the parrot. That's just, my brain literally forgets it exists. Don't hate that. Also, we're not taking anything. Not drinking my rum yet.
there is a card in this deck that's going to double the effect of the rum.
Ooh, this is gonna get bad. Okay, it discards. That's actually...
Yeah, that's how it's always worked.
Okay, my brain did not recall that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
If something has an end of turn effect like that, it counts as playing it, so...
Alright, well, I'm gonna... I think we're just going in this turn. How many cards do I have in hand? 10.
You don't need Dex. Dex is for nerds.
We're gonna get the decks back anyway.
Your deck is enormous. I just now thought about that. It's 41 cards.
Yes.
Hey, there it is.
Finally. $137. Probably just want a cabin double as my final move. Damn, not below 300. That's annoying.
I don't think you were doing, 300 damage this turn anyway.
I was going to be close.
just barely not.
God, I had the heartbreak. I actually hit it. Anyway, that's the fight next turn. Scurvy. Wrong.
So you're going to end this with 10 resistance? Basically minus 10 strength on the enemy?
Yes.
It's pretty good.
And 13 strength, and also I have a pen nib active right now, so
Choose your poison. Oh! Smart!
Yes! Yes!
I love it. I love it.
A+.
100%.
This is precisely the correct amount of effort. Yeah, that's good.
Doing it, but putting in exactly not any effort into it at all.
This one, like, took a while to show its hand for, like, there actually being a couple of interesting plans, and then we just ended up being the Ironclad with, like, 10 resistance in the end.
Yeah, you're the Ironclad combined with the Silent, causing a bunch of minus strength while giving yourself more strength.
Right. Like, I had shivs, except for they were cannonballs that were really funny when you played them.
Mm-hmm.
And, minus, like, this mod balances resistance at the same as, like, Dex. It is not.
Resistance is so much better.
Holy shit. Like,
you know how it's extremely rare to get minus strength? Yeah. That's minus strength, but better.
yeah. Alright. Just... that was very silly. If I go to... wow. All right. Anyway.